Be me, 23, Femanon, with exactly one close friend. Friend's name is Madison, known her since middle school. Always been inseparable, sleepovers every weekend type friendship. Share everything with her, all my secrets, crushes, embarrassing stories. She's always been the prettier one, but whatever, friendship matters more. Junior year of college, meet this guy Derek in literature class. Tall, dark hair, actually reads books for fun instead of just assignments, quotes Shakespeare casually without sounding pretentious somehow. Basically, everything I want in a guy. Immediately develop massive crush but too shy to do anything. Tell Madison everything about Derek, obviously. Oh my god, he sounds perfect for you. You should totally ask him out. What's the worst that could happen? Worst that could happen is public humiliation, Madison. Spend weeks building up courage to talk to Derek. Meanwhile, Madison keeps encouraging me. You're so much smarter than those other girls. He'd be lucky to have you. You guys would be perfect together. Finally work up nerve to sit next to Derek in class. We start talking about the assigned reading. Turns out he loves the same obscure authors I do. Conversation flows naturally for once in my socially awkward life. Walk out of class together, talking about our favorite books. Feel like maybe I actually have a chance. Run home to tell Madison everything. See, I told you he'd like you. You guys have so much in common. When are you going to ask him on a study date? Study date, genius idea, Madison. A few days later. Derek and I start studying together regularly. Meet at library, coffee shops, sometimes his dorm room. We talk for hours about literature, philosophy, random life stuff. Start thinking maybe he's interested too. Always walks me back to my dorm, remembers little things I mention, brings me coffee when I'm stressed about exams. Tell Madison about every interaction in excruciating detail. He definitely likes you. Guys don't do that stuff unless they're interested. You should just tell him how you feel. But what if Madison's wrong and I ruin everything? Decide to wait for perfect moment to confess. Meanwhile, Madison starts asking more questions about Derek. What does he look like again? What's his major? Where's he from? Does he have social media? Figure she's just being supportive friend. Few weeks before spring break, Derek mentions party at his friend's house. You should come, it'll be fun. I don't really know anyone there though. You'll know me, that's enough, right? Heart melts into puddle of romantic feelings. Ask Madison if she wants to come with me for moral support. Of course, wingwoman duties. Night of party spend, forever getting ready. Madison helps me pick outfit, does my makeup. You look amazing, Derek won't be able to resist. Arrive at party, and Derek immediately comes over. You made it, you look really nice. Spend first hour talking, just the two of us, feeling confident that tonight might be the night. Go to bathroom, and when I come back, Derek is talking to Madison. They're standing really close, she's laughing at something he said. Madison has that flirty laugh she uses with guys she likes. Walk over and Madison immediately steps back. Oh, there you are, Derek was just telling me about his creative writing class. Sounds really interesting. Rest of night, Madison keeps inserting herself into our conversations. Every time Derek and I start talking alone, she appears. What are you guys talking about? Oh, that reminds me of this funny story. Derek, you should tell her about that thing you mentioned. Start feeling weird about it, but brush it off. Madison's just being social, right? End of night, Derek walks both of us back to dorms. Thanks for coming tonight, both of you. Madison, it was nice getting to know you better. After Derek leaves, Madison immediately starts gushing. He's even better than you described, and so funny and smart. You're so lucky. Lucky to have him interested, or lucky to have him as friend Madison. Week after party, Derek seems different. Still friendly, but less flirty. Somehow, stop suggesting study sessions. Conversations become more surface level. Meanwhile, Madison keeps asking about him. How are things going with Derek? Have you told him how you feel yet? Maybe you waited too long. Thanks for the confidence boost, Madison. A few more weeks go by and Derek becomes increasingly distant. Starts sitting on other side of classroom, gives polite waves instead of coming over to chat. Clearly something changed, but don't know what. Madison keeps offering advice. Maybe he's just stressed about finals. Boys are weird about showing feelings. Give him some space and he'll come around. Finals week comes and go without seeing Derek much. Summer break starts and don't hear from him at all. Madison and I hang out constantly like always. She never brings up Derek anymore. Figure she's trying to help me move on. Fall semester starts and excited to see Derek again. First day of new literature class, and he's not there. Ask professor and find out. Derek switched majors. Heart sinks. Realizing I probably won't see him much anymore. Tell Madison, and she makes sympathetic noises. His loss, honestly. You deserve someone who appreciates you. There are plenty of other guys. A few weeks into semester, Madison starts acting different. Always on her phone, texting someone, mysterious about who she's talking to, just a friend from work. Nobody you know. Starts canceling plans last minute. Sorry, something came up. Rain check. Figures she must be dating someone new. Happy for her even though feeling lonely. Then one day scrolling through social media, see Madison posted photo of her and some guy. Guy has his arm around her, both smiling. Caption says, best study buddy ever. Guy looks familiar but can't place him. Zoom in on photo and nearly drop phone. It's Derek. Madison is dating Derek. My Derek. The Derek I spent months crushing on. The Derek she knew I was in love with. Stare at photo for 10 minutes trying to process. Check when it was posted 3 weeks ago. Check Madison's other recent photos. They're in multiple posts together, comments from mutual friends saying cute couple. About time you guys made it official. About time meaning they've been dating for months. Meaning this started way before I stopped talking to Derek. Meaning Madison knew exactly what she was doing. Call Madison immediately. Hey, what's up? Madison, what the hell? What do you mean? Derek, you're dating Derek. Long pause. Oh, you saw the photos, Vieta. Yes, I saw the photos, Madison. Why didn't you tell me? I was going to. When exactly were you planning to mention it? It just kind of happened. Things don't just happen, Madison. We started talking after that party, man, and then we hung out a few times. And one thing led to another. Madison, I told you I was in love with him. I know, and I'm sorry, but you can't call dibs on a person. I'm not calling dibs, I'm saying you knew how I felt. And you went after him anyway. I didn't go after him. He pursued me. What was I supposed to do? Say no? Yes, Madison, that's exactly what you were supposed to do. That's not how relationships work. You don't pass up happiness for someone else. Even your best friend. Especially your best friend, Madison. Look, I'm sorry you're hurt, but Derek and I really care about each other. You'll understand when you find someone. Hang up phone feeling sick. Spend next few days avoiding Madison completely. She texts constantly. Can we please talk about this? I hate that you're mad at me. Our friendship means everything to me. Derek doesn't have to change anything between us. Derek changes everything, Madison. Few weeks go by and Madison shows up at my dorm. We need to talk about this like adults. There's nothing to talk about. Yes, there is. You're being ridiculous. Ridiculous for being hurt that my best friend betrayed me. I didn't betray you. You stole the guy you knew I was in love with. I didn't steal anyone. Derek made his own choice, and he chose me. Madison, that's the cruelest thing you could possibly say. It's not cruel, it's honest. Sometimes honesty is cruel. Maybe, but lying would be worse. You want to know the truth? Derek never liked you that way. He told me you were nice, but just a friend. He was being polite when he hung out with you. Madison, stop. You need to hear this. He said you misread all his signals, that he felt bad because you obviously had feelings, but he wasn't interested romantically. Madison, please stop talking. He was relieved when I started flirting with him, because it gave him an excuse to distance himself from you, without having to reject you directly. Every word hits like physical blow, so you knew. Knew what? That he wasn't interested in me, and you still encouraged me. I was trying to be supportive. Supportive by giving me false hope. I thought maybe if you told him how you felt, he might give you a chance. But Madison, you knew he already liked you. Pause. How did you know he liked you? He told me at the party. He asked for my number that night. We started texting immediately. He asked me out the next week. So while I was pining over him, you were already dating him, and you let me keep talking about my feelings. Let me analyze every interaction. Let me plan ways to confess, knowing the entire time it was pointless. I didn't know how to tell you. How about, hey, your crush asked me out? How about I'm dating Derek now? How about literally any version of the truth? I was scared you'd be mad, so instead you let me humiliate myself. You didn't humiliate yourself. Madison, I spent months chasing someone who was dating my best friend. Everyone probably knew except me. That's not humiliation, what is? People don't think about your love life as much as you think. Great, so my heartbreak is insignificant too. That's not what I meant. It's what you said. Christmas break comes and don't talk to Madison at all. She sends occasional texts that I ignore. Hope you're doing okay. Miss talking to you. Derek says hi. Delete that last one immediately. Spring semester starts and see Madison and Derek together on campus. They look happy, holding hands, laughing, being couple, everything I wanted with him. Madison sees me and waves. Derek looks uncomfortable and says something to her. They walk away quickly. A few weeks later, Madison texts, "Can we please meet and talk? This has gone on long enough. I miss my best friend." Your best friend died when you decided Derek was more important. That's not fair. None of this is fair, Madison. Fine, but I'm not giving up on our friendship. A month later, get invitation in mail, fancy cardstock with elegant lettering, Madison Walker and Derek. Something requests the honor of your presence. They're getting engaged. Stare at invitation for solid 5 minutes. They've been dating less than a year, and they're already getting married, while I'm still trying to get over my crush. That lasted longer than their entire relationship. Debate throwing invitation away, but curiosity wins out. Show up to engagement party, because apparently I hate myself. Small gathering at Madison's parents' house. Everyone congratulating happy couple. Madison wearing gorgeous ring, glowing with happiness. Derek looks handsome in button-down shirt. They look perfect together. Everything I imagined we would look like. Madison spots me across room. "Oh my God, you came. I wasn't sure you would." Neither was I, honestly. "Derek, look who's here." Derek gives awkward wave from across room. "I'm so glad you're here. This means everything to me. Our friendship surviving this." "Madison, I'm here for closure, not to rebuild anything." "What do you mean?" "I mean, I came to say goodbye." "Goodbye to what?" "To the friendship that obviously meant more to me than you." "That's not true." "Madison, if our friendship mattered, you wouldn't have done this. Done what fallen in love. Fallen in love with the person I loved. After lying to me for months. I never lied to you. Omission is still lying. You let me believe I had a chance. When you knew I didn't, it's because you were already with him." Party continues around us, but we're having intense whispered conversation. "Look, I get that you're hurt, but Derek and I are getting married. You need to accept that and move on." I have accepted it, Madison. I've accepted that my best friend cared more about getting a boyfriend than about my feelings. That's not what happened. Then what did happen? I fell in love. Love doesn't excuse betrayal. I didn't betray you. Derek was never yours, but our friendship was mine, and you threw it away. I didn't throw anything away. You're the one who's been ignoring me because you hurt me, and you don't even care. Of course I care, but what's done is done. We can't change the past. We can only move forward. Move forward how? By accepting that things are different now. But we can still be friends. Just because Derek and I are together doesn't mean we can't hang out. Madison, listen to yourself. You want me to be friends with you. While you marry the love of my life, he wasn't the love of your life. You barely knew him. I knew him well enough to love him. You had a crush. It's not the same thing? How would you know, Madison? Have you ever had unrequited love? Have you ever watched someone you care about choose someone else? Someone who was supposed to be your friend? Pause. No. Then don't minimize my pain. I'm not trying to minimize anything. I just think you're being dramatic. Dramatic. Yes, dramatic. You're acting like I committed some terrible crime, when all I did was fall in love with someone who was available. Available because you made him available. What does that mean? It means you knew I liked him, and you went after him anyway. That's not a crime, Madison, but it's not friendship either. Party winds down and people start leaving. Madison and Derek stand by door thanking everyone. Perfect happy couple. Everything looks exactly like fairy tale. Except fairy tales don't usually involve betraying your best friend. Madison catches me by door as I'm leaving. Wait, what, Madison? I want you to be my maid of honor. Stare at her like she's lost her mind. Excuse me, I want you in my wedding. You're the most important person in my life. Besides Derek, obviously. Madison, that's insane. Why is it insane? Because you're marrying my crush, and you want me to celebrate it. I want my best friend by my side, on the most important day of my life. Your best friend who you betrayed. I didn't betray anyone. We've been through this. Have we, Madison? Because you still don't seem to understand. What you did wrong. I fell in love with Derek. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with how you did it. By lying to me. By encouraging my feelings. When you knew they were pointless. By making me look like fool. You're not a fool. Then why do I feel like one? Because you're hurt, and hurt people lash out. I'm not lashing out Madison. I'm pointing out facts. Fact you knew I liked Derek. Fact you dated him behind my back. Fact you lied about it for months. Those are all true. So what's your point? My point is friends don't do that to each other. Real friends consider each other's feelings. Real friends don't steal each other's crushes. I didn't steal anything. Derek made his own choice, and he chose me. Get over it. Those last 3 words hit different. Cold, dismissive final. Get over it. That's your advice, Madison. Just get over having my heart broken. By my best friend. Yes. Get over it and be happy for me. Be my maid of honor. Help me plan my wedding. To the guy you know I loved. And pretend like none of this matters. Exactly. That's what real friends do. They put each other's happiness first. No, Madison. Real friends don't put each other in that position. Real friends don't date each other's crushes. Real friends tell the truth. Real friends consider feelings before actions. You didn't do any of that. So we're not real friends. We probably never were. Turn to leave and Madison grabs my arm. Wait. Turn back, expecting apology. Finally some acknowledgement of what she did. Instead she smiles. Not friendly smile, cold calculating smile. You know what? You're right. We probably never were real friends. At least not the way you think. What does that mean? Smile gets wider, more sinister. It means this all went exactly as planned. What went as planned? Taking Derek from you. You didn't take him, Madison. He was never mine to take. Oh, but I did take him. I saw how you looked at him that first day. Saw how happy you were when you talked about him. And I wanted that. Wanted what? Wanted to see you lose something you cared about. Wanted to prove I could take anything from you. Wanted to watch your heart break. And know I caused it. Stare at her in complete shock. Madison, what are you saying? I'm saying I played the long game. Encouraged your feelings so they'd get stronger. Then swooped in and took him. Just like I planned. Why would you do that? Because you always got everything. Better grades, better internships. Professors liked you more. Guys thought you were smarter. And I hated it. Hated being the pretty friend. Who wasn't as good as you at anything else. So when I saw Derek, saw how much you wanted him, I knew exactly how to hurt you. And it worked perfectly. You're insane. No, I'm clever. I played you for months. And you never suspected anything. Right up until the end you trusted me. Told me everything. Gave me all the ammunition I needed. To steal your dream guy. And break your heart. Madison, why? Why what? Why tell me this now? Because you can't do anything about it. Derek loves me now. We're getting married. And you'll have to watch. Knowing I won. Knowing I destroyed you. And there's nothing you can do. You won't tell anyone. Because who would believe you? Sweet, innocent Madison. Who everyone loves. Versus bitter, jealous you. Who can't handle losing. Madison, this is psychotic. This is justice. For years of being second best. For years of watching you succeed. While I got by on looks alone. Now you know how it feels. To want something you can't have. To lose to someone better. To be second choice. Except Derek never chose you at all. He never even considered you. Because next to me, you were invisible. Just like you always should have been. Turns and walks back into the house, leaving me standing alone in driveway, rain starting to fall, perfect pathetic fallacy for this moment. Drive home in complete shock. Everything I thought I knew was lie. Entire friendship was elaborate revenge plot. Madison hated me for years, and I never knew. Thought she was my best friend. Turns out she was my worst enemy, playing longest con imaginable, and I fell for every second. Sit in car outside my apartment, rain getting harder, reflecting on every interaction we ever had, every time she encouraged me, every piece of advice she gave, all designed to set me up for failure, all leading to this moment, where she gets everything and I get nothing, except knowledge that I was played by someone I trusted completely, someone I loved like sister, who saw me as nothing but target for her own insecurities and jealousy. A few months later, see wedding photos on social media. Beautiful ceremony. Gorgeous couple. Madison looks radiant in white dress. Derek looks happy, holding her hand, comments full of congratulations. Perfect couple. So happy for you both. True love wins. If only they knew the truth. But Madison was right. Who would believe me? She's too good at playing innocent, too skilled at manipulation, and I'm just bitter ex-friend who can't handle losing, sitting here in my apartment, wondering how I missed all the signs, wondering if other friendships are lies too, wondering if anyone actually cares about me, or if everyone is just waiting for a chance to watch me fall. Madison won completely. Got the guy, got the wedding, got to destroy me in process. And there's nothing I can do except try to rebuild life without trusting anyone again. Because if your best friend can betray you that completely, what hope is there for anyone else? The end.